Welcome back, everybody, to the Miami Sports Vibes YouTube channel. Week one of the Miami Dolphins training camp is officially in the books. It is over with, and I think there was a lot to take away from. I think there's a lot of positivity to take away from. Most importantly, first of all, the Dolphin fans today. I mean, talk about getting up for that training camp. I mean, it was loud as hell when I watched those videos, man. You saw the ovation that Tua got from the crowd once he came out. Had the little show me the money thing, which you absolutely love to see. I mean, the vibes feel good right now around this Dolphins team. The vibes feel great around Tua. And you see how even the players, they're all excited. All the interviews about Tua, it's like a breath of fresh air, and everybody's just ready to move forward. And I'm telling you, when you see a confident Tua, it is a different Tua, and that is the Tua that the Miami Dolphins are going to need. A lot of takeaways from training camp week one, in my opinion. We'll start with today. Obviously, Tua connecting with Jalen Waddle, connecting with Braylon Sanders today. You absolutely love to see that. Hitting people with some nice touchdowns is key, especially when you got people in front of you watching, man. So Tua has delivered. Another takeaway from Tua, what I've noticed, stepping away, evading, stepping out of the pocket, evading pressure, finding guys. You read Travis Wingfield's report. If you haven't, he had some spot on tweets today talking about how Tua looks a little springier, right? How he's able to get out of the pocket and kind of use his legs. And that's something that I kind of touched on earlier. You saw Tua drop down in so much weight. Maybe he's trying to use his legs a little bit more. Remember, he ran RPO a lot in Alabama, so Tua can run with the football. The question is, will Mike McDaniel let him? Will Mike McDaniel want him to do it? Tua wants to do it, and that's just another thing that I think is going to be nice to have in the back of your pocket there, knowing that Tua can just get out of the pocket and not just be so not be so stable down there in the pocket. So I absolutely love to see that. Jalen Waddle had a nice productive day going against Jalen Ramsey. I mean, everybody has talked about it. This is not, news to anybody. Jalen Ramsey is a guy who takes practice very, very seriously, almost like it's a real game. I've heard Tyreek Hill say that. You've heard Jalen Waddle said that. You've heard Mike McDaniel say it. So when you have Jalen Waddle competing with Jalen Ramsey on a lot of those one-on-one things, you're absolutely going to get the best from both. And it's like iron sharpens iron, right? It's only going to make Jalen Waddle better. So Jalen Ramsey did get the best of him majority of the time. And Waddle is a tough cover. I mean, you see the speed. He is a tough cover. So Ramsey definitely, was on him, but Waddle also got him a couple times too, which you absolutely love to see. I like it because at the end of the day, it's only going to make Jalen Waddle better, and it's going to be the best for this team, having our iron sharpening iron. You also saw a lot of that with Calais Campbell. I've been hearing some great things about him in camp, and I'm hearing a lot about my boy Chop Robinson. All right, Chop Robinson, another guy who I've touched on plenty of videos, the last couple weeks here on my channel. Check him out if you haven't. I mean, I'm high on Chop Robinson. And then you've heard, he has been quick. He has been winning a lot of his battles. He has been making an impact in training camp, and he's asking a lot of questions. Kendall Lamb was interviewed. He spoke highly of Chop Robinson. He says that Chop Robinson asks him a lot of questions, and he's there to be that OG in the locker room and kind of help him out. He's very impressed what he's seen from Chop Robinson this early on, and that has to excite Dolphin fans because the opportunity is going to be there for him. Obviously, no Shaq Barrett in the mix anymore. You still got Jalen Phillips recovering from the injury. You still have Bradley Chubb recovering from the injury. So Chop Robinson is going to be a guy that the Dolphins heavily rely on this coming season. So that excited me. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's had a solid week, man. Talk about a guy who was just out, had to bring him back in after the news of Shaq Barrett broke down, and he was able to get an orange jersey even on his first week. I mean, this is a guy who now comes back to the Dolphins. He has, chemistry already with a lot of the guys in the locker room, has chemistry with Mike McDaniel, but he has to learn a new system. Anthony Weaver, obviously, new defensive coordinator, learning the new system, but he is a guy who specializes in the defensive line. So I think Ogbah is actually going to have a nice, solid season. It's not going to be a crazy season. I'm not saying he's going to hit 8 or 10 sacks or anything like that. Remember, we just got him last minute, so you can't expect too much, but I think he's going to be solid, and I think he's going to be more impactful in Anthony Weaver's system as opposed to Vic Fangio. Tyreek Hill this week did his thing. No surprise there. Jonnu Smith, how about that? I heard that he, caught a nice little end around and kind of, got some yardage. So apparently he looks pretty fast. And that's something that it's like, oh, careful now. You got a nice little speed guy that could get the ball out of the backfield from a tight end, a big dude like that. That'll be interesting. I definitely want to keep an eye on that, see if Mike McDaniel has any extra tricks up his sleeve. That would be exciting. Jalen Wright, the rookie running back, he apparently looks super, super, super fast, and he looked good in training camp. Patrick Paul got some good reps in. Elijah Campbell has been a standout throughout the entire week. I mean, he has been breaking up passes. He's been all over the field. Look out for Elijah Campbell in the next coming weeks. I mean, I'm reading a lot of good things, and that's good. When your main guys aren't the ones that are always shining, you're kind of getting other guys. That excites Dolphin fans. That excites the hell out of me, because you're going to need every single guy to just contribute. You don't want to just have your top dogs be the ones balling out. You want to hear those lower tier guys come in and step in and do the job. I mean, I've absolutely loved what I've been hearing. Odell Beckham still has not participated. He's still on the PUP list. David Long, however, was off the PUP list. He was in there in training camp today. So that is a good sight for Dolphin fans. I think the Odell Beckham situation is still something to keep a close eye on, but Mike McDaniel touched on, he already knew this going into camp. So I know a lot of Dolphin fans were freaking out. Pump the brakes. We're not here at the regular season yet. We still have a very long time. We're just getting started, but the vibes are great. Overall, my takeaways on training camp week 1, I think you got a lot of solid things that you've heard, right? You're hearing Agba come into the mix and be able to, make an impact right away. You're getting lower tier guys like Elijah Campbell do big things. You're hearing good news about Jalen Wright running back, right? Absolutely love to hear that. Jalen Waddle, Jalen Ramsey going, our iron sharpens iron. Love that. Tua being able to, roll out of the pocket and kind of use his legs a little bit to buy more time. Absolutely love to see that. Tua delivering, Tua contract, is behind you now. The vibes are immaculate. The fans are happy. It was a solid week 1. Obviously, we got another big week coming up, right? Joint practices are about to start rolling in. That's when you'll really get to see a lot more, and we're able to judge more. Then you got the preseason and things of that sort. But for week 1, I think it was a pretty solid week for the Miami Dolphins. I think Dolphin fans should be excited. Tua looks good out there. Tyreek looks good. And a lot of those other guys that I mentioned, man. But let me know what you think. I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys who have been there probably are able to shed some light on what you saw. Let me know in the comment box. Please let me know your feedback. Let me know how you feel after week 1. Are you concerned about anything? If so, let me know. And shout out to my guy, Chop Robinson, one more time. Guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up button to support the channel and subscribe if you haven't. Please, means a lot. I'll catch you guys in another video throughout the week.